Welcome to Revlog. We come to week 2 in our Psalm series. We have Pastor Scott here with us again. You ready to go?
I am.
All right. Scott's going to debate Megan today.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready for this?
About what in this psalm?
Yeah.
The percentage of your prayers that should be thanksgiving. We're gonna debate on what that percentage should be. You ready to go? No, I'm grateful for this. One of the things I'm looking for as we work through these psalms are sort of general characteristics of prayer and language of prayer. One of the things that I see here personally, and I'm looking for, is thanksgiving and what thanksgiving looks like. I see you see that here, David, as you work through this psalm, and so I'm excited to see where that lands and where this goes. Megan, why don't you help us jump in here? So it's Psalm 30. This is one of the David psalms. He's been delivered from some sort of real pain, enemy, death. And he's thanking the Lord as he moves into this. So what did you hear as you read through this again?
Yeah, I think a lot of us have had some sort of experience that allows us to identify with this psalm, and I mean, my family did last year, and where we felt like, okay, we're going down a little bit, the pit is there. Yeah. But I love that as the psalm goes on, it is clear that the Lord was equally present. It says weeping, is there in the night, but joy comes in the morning. Yeah. But the Lord is equally present in both of those things.
Did you experience that?
Yeah, right. Yeah. And that's, and that's what's so beautiful is that in both scenarios, the Lord is present. And so I think that's something that we can, as we go through day-to-day life, not just trying to forget that hard thing or, not trying to forget the night with the weeping, but saying the Lord was present with me there. And that gives me strength and the ability to face whatever's.
Yeah. And I think that's a good point. Often when we come to Thanksgiving, it is a recognition of the pain because we're thanking the Lord for helping us through. Yeah. Right. The Thanksgiving isn't always thankfulness for something good, but it can be a thankfulness that the Lord brought us through something painful. Yeah. Right. And it's a recognition of that pain and how the Lord was present through all of it. And I think that should be a significant aspect of our prayer life and our conversations about the Lord. Yeah. Right? I mean, David's open here about his attack and what he was facing. Yeah. We need to have those conversations. Scott, what about for you? As you read through this, I mean, what grabbed your attention?
I much like Megan, it moves from understanding and knowing the promises of God to experiencing the promises of God and His help. And so there's some generalizations. God, you do these things. You've done these things. You help these things. But then there's this. This is how I've experienced this promise, and I love the way that weighs in on his words and heart.
Yeah, this is not just theory to him, and you can see that in the beauty and depth of the text. He's describing an experience, right? And I think that's an important example for us as we think through the experiences of our lives and how we describe those. Talk about Blaze and what he went through last year. It's important for us to process those and find the right way to talk about them and to be open, to be descriptive, and it helps us to go deeper in our relationship with the Lord. Yeah, I think you see that kind of all the way through this. Yeah. As he's living this is somebody that's lived this faith. And so, I'm really grateful for that. And I hope our expressions are the same kind of way, that what we preach and teach come from a place of experience, right? Not theory. Right. Yeah. Megan, as you work through this, what question came to mind?
Yeah, I think I tend to just want to move past the hard thing. And so I say, okay, Lord, thank you for pulling me out of the pit or whatever. And then just kind of moving on. But the psalmist kind of makes it clear, his blessing is forever. It's for a lifetime. They use these words that indicate, this thing that you went through is meant to edify you as you move forward. And so I think not just saying, okay, Lord, thank you for getting me out of that, but
and just forgetting it.
Yeah, and just moving on.
Well, I think I think a lot of times we do just want to forget the pain, but there's something important about it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. And so thinking through, okay.
Wait, what's the question?
Oh, yeah, I know. Sometimes I don't actually give a question. I just keep talking. But I think, okay, how can I use the ways that the Lord has delivered me, the ways that the Lord has been present with me here, instead of just moving on? How can I, in my life, build a memorial to that, kind of like we see in the Old Testament, or, do something around that to say, and that gives me strength and confidence to face whatever's coming. How can
and it's a reminder for you, right? Because this won't be the last moment
Right.
of difficulty, right?
Yeah.
In those future moments of pain. And also that testimony helps others too in their moments of pain. Yeah, that's right. That's why we want to remember well. Scott, what about for you? What question came to mind?
Will I be faithful? Will I be steadfast in the pain? This psalm is 12 verses.
Right.
Seasons of pain are often a lot longer than 12 verses.
Yeah.
And the hope and the promise is God will help us through. But until He does that, until His timing, can I be faithful?
Yeah.
Can I remain patient? And even in a sense of God's Spirit filling me, even not let that rob joy.
Right.
The joy, not to discount any of the pain or the brokenness that happens because of a season of hard
Right.
things. But can I hang in that until God helps me on the other side?
Yeah. Amen. Yeah. Well said. I do have one more question for y'all, because I was half joking earlier, but I do want to hear it, because I do think as the Spirit works in our lives, the Spirit teaches us gratitude. And I think as the Spirit grows our faith, I do think there is more thanksgiving in our prayer life. So when we're doing well, how much thanksgiving's in your prayer life? You had to put a percentage on it. How much of your prayer life is thanksgiving? Put a percentage, put a number on it. What would you say?
50?
50?
75?
75. Well, Megan's
I don't
going
know.
right. Megan said 57.
I feel like you got to err on more.
Scott, what do you think? What percentage of your prayer life is thanksgiving?
The numbers that came to mind was 75 to 80.
Wow. Y'all are way up
just
there.
trying to be
things
holier than me.
when things are good, you say thank you.
Yeah.
It's easier to say thank you when things are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because thank you for the good things, right?
Yeah.
No, that's right. I mean, I do think Thanksgiving should be a significant part of our prayer life. I don't know what the percentage is. I don't have an answer to that. I just wanted to hear what y'all... I do feel like Scott did the whole one-up. He heard your answer and then kind of one-upped you a little bit.
I went first. So
I remember one of the things, doing youth ministry when teenagers were in a hard spot or going through difficulty, I would always challenge them. Thank God for 5 things.
Yeah, right.
And just to remind them that there always are things you can be thankful for, even in uncertainty or difficulty. And so, that's a discipline. And
it is.
It's often easier to do it when things are going well. When you get down to verse 10 and 12, it's easier to thank God than it is in the first 6-7 verses of this. Of life.
Yeah, no, that's right. I think those are fair, and it's part of what we hear from you too. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Psalm 30.
Yeah.
So I was going to say like 25%, but
we did good.
Yeah. Well,
No, I do feel like you're playing Prices Right here. They're $1, right? But I would say I do believe Thanksgiving should be a significant piece of our prayer life. And so if that's 51%, I don't know. But we'd love to hear your thoughts is below if you comment below. Well, I mean, what percentage of our prayer life should be Thanksgiving? And maybe it changes season to season.
I think it does.
But I think it should be a significant piece of our prayer life. And so we'd love to hear your comments as well, if you would comment below.